Hey guys, you're a little late to the party. I haven't lit a candle because I'm afraid something will catch on fire because my desk is a wreck. I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Hi. I'm fixing this snowman. Look what I've done. Thank you to Tracy. I sent her a picture. She said, oh, no. I said, what am I doing wrong? So she sent me a drawing. I'm like, yes, that's a snowman. So this is where I'm at. This is a pretend scarf just because I want him to sit on a scarf. But now I'm doing his hat. So I'm well in the throes. But I thought, oh, well, I might as well just felt with my friends. So welcome, guys. So I'm making a hat. I just took some of my core wool and I felted it so it was bonded together. I'm gonna turn this on because it helps me know what time, because I can just, I can just do this all day. I say it keeps me honest. And then I took some of this and cut a strip, and I felted the strip right here. Then I cut a circle and I'm just felting this little hat. I don't want him to have a hat that actually covers his head because he's, what would be the word? I want to say comical, but that's not the word I'm thinking of. He's more of a character. So I'm thinking his hat will sit on the side of his head like that. But let's do a brim. This is actually very expensive wool to be doing felting with, but it's what I have. And I have enough of it to be effective, so. Doug and I went to see ZZ Top last night, and we rocked out like it was 1975. They sure put on a great show. I mean, I can't remember the members of the band, but I think there's only one original member. But yeah, they really put on a good show. They wore really cool sparkly vests and pants, and they showed up. And the opening band, we thought the opening band was going to be Blackstone Cherry, which is why Doug was so excited. But it wasn't. It was actually a local band, which they were great. And we were surprised to see that the guy that I bought some guitar lessons from for Doug for his birthday was their bass player. And he can play. So that was really fun. It was right here local, and that is just so cool that we can see ZZ Top local, 15, 20 minutes from our house. It's great. Now, this is not felted enough, but just want to see how wide, and yeah, I think that's going to be great. And it'll fan out a little bit. I don't know if I like the two different, I don't think I do. I'm just going to felt it. I don't know why, but this feels like cheating to me, but wonder if I'm ruining these scissors. I have fabric scissors. Okay, now I need a circle. Yeah, I'm not very good at that. What do I have? Oh, okay, well, that might work. Doug is caulking to his little heart's content. There's some windowsills and things that need to be painted. I said, do you want me to get a paintbrush and come out here and paint? And he just looked at me with that look and said, no. Like, Carol, you know, you really stink at painting. So, no. He's right. I'm a terrible painter. But as long as you're a terrible painter, you don't have to paint. So there's that. How much of my terrible painting is on purpose, I'll never tell. Him. Thank you, Tracy. She saved the snowman. Yeah, this guy is more of a character. I would even call him a prototype. I don't know that he is going to be for sale in the booth at our craft fair, but he'll give me an idea of what I don't want. Now, what I could do to make this really go fast is put a band of some sort on his hat and then felt that into the crease, and that would felt the brim to the top and put a band on, but I think I can get this felted on here. Because there's wool inside, this should felt to it. Okay, now it's all just tacky in so many ways. We are going to try to go to Parade of Homes. I love Parade of Homes. Secretly, just between you and me, guys, I think it makes Doug nervous when I go because he's like, oh, she's going to fall in love with the house. Here we go. His family, I think he only lived in 2 houses his whole life. 2 or maybe 3. I think 2. When they bought a house, that was where they lived, and that was it, and that's just the way it is. His grandfather lived here in town, and I believe he lived in the same house until he died. And so we've moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in our marriage. And I don't have a problem with that. But it's always, he just looks at me like, what? You know, what? Oh, come on. Who wouldn't love that? I want his hat to be just a little off. Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. You're going to be okay, little buddy. We're going to give you a spirit. You're going to love it. And what is that? What does the song say? They put a little top hat on his head and he began to dance around. Is that how it goes? Yeah, came to life one day. That's what we're going to do. Sorry about the singing, guys. Oh no, she's going to sing again. Okay, there's a lot to be felted here, but I won't bore you with that. You can see kind of where I'm going and what I'm doing, right? Okay, I was thinking that this would be a nice scarf for him. I really don't have it felted well enough. Let me see if I can just quickly. I don't like that thing. I do have another one. I have this one, but it's like, it's serious. And you have to have a much bigger piece of foam because it'll go right through to my table and it'll ruin everything actually. It'll ruin the table, put holes in the wood. I have a 4-inch big pad of foam that I put on my lap when I'm doing big things. I don't think I like it flat. I think I'm going to roll it and make it an actual scarf. Oh, I just looked at the clock. I've already been with you guys 11 minutes. Yeah, we had several friends going with us last night. I think there was 10 of us. And we went to dinner first. Y'all, our Applebee's, shout out to Applebee's. We had Doug's birthday at Applebee's. And I think there was 13 of us. And they took such good care of us. So we went there last night too. Okay, now right here, I'm going to split this. So he has kind of a tassel at the end. I wasn't all that hungry, so I had spinach dip, and they had half price on appetizers. So Doug had the appetizer wings, boneless wings, and I had spinach dip. Shoot, our bill was only $22. I will probably do something else with this tassel too, but this way it'll be a little firmer and easier to deal with. Have you guys been over to Tammy's channel this morning, Tammy Van Antwerp? She was doing a hashtag I'd never heard of, Flip Through Friday, and she's showing all the covers that she's got started. She makes journals for the cancer center that she went to when she was treated for her breast cancer. I just think that is so awesome that she takes the time and energy to do that. She's donated so many journals, and I was thinking when I saw her flip through today, you know, unfortunately, some of the women that are going through treatment are not going to be long-term survivors. We know that statistically. And what a gift to have a journal that, I mean, not just women, you know, but a journal that your family member has narrated and leaves, you know, if they pass. That is such a gift, Tammy. And what a gift to somebody who's going through it to be able to go back and read, you know, how scared they were, how sick they were, and then the healing process and how rejoiceful they are after the treatment when they're cancer-free. It's just, to have a journal like that, it's just going to affect so many lives and live on, you know. I just think, you go, Tammy. I just think it's a great thing. It's inspired me to think about doing it too. We have a little cancer center here. I don't know anybody over there that I would, you know, have an in to donate journals, so I'd have to just call them or stop by or call and make an appointment to talk to somebody or something. But I may very well do that because I just think it's noble. I just think it's great. Okay, now this might not be big enough. Oh, guys, look at him. He's freaking adorable. But this might not be wide enough. Let me see here. Let me show you what I've got in mind so you can get the whole picture. I thought about him as an ornament, but I can make snowman ornaments, but I think those are going to be too heavy. So let me show you what I've got here as my alternative plan. At least I hope that's what they are. I ordered a bunch of stuff from Amazon, and I'm thinking this is one of them that I needed for the snowman. Yeah. Small. Oh no, well, yeah, they're a lot smaller than I thought they were going to be. Bummer. Yeah. Oh well. But this will be his base. So he'll sit like that. So I'll put the scarf around here. What do you think, guys? Let's doll up his, we've got a minute. Let's doll up his scarf. Let's make him happy. Let's see. Red scarf. Ouch. Let's do yellow, teal, aqua, or whatever that is. That ought to happy him up, don't you think? So today's on a Friday, and I'm going to do it another direction. When I think of snowman, I think of rummaging around in the house to find things that you can put on your snowman that you don't care if it's ruined because it's going to be out in the snow. So I think of worn, secondhand, I know there are designer snowmen, but he's not going to be one of them. These needles will last a long time for little projects like this. They do get worn. The tips get a little dull, you know, after time. But I've used this needle now for 2 gnomes, bigger gnomes. They're, I don't know, are they 8 inches, whatever. And then this snowman, and I don't feel like I need to change anything right now. I want to put polka dots on him, but let's just see. And you don't have to needle felt this guy, you know, you could. You could use ribbon or, you know, what am I thinking? Lace or, oh my gads. let's bring a little bit around here. What do you think? Can you get his vibe, man? Did you catch the vibe? I can't hold it right. And then he'll have colors all around. And I can put a little blush. Let me see if I can make this just a little bit whiter. Whiter. I don't really care for... He's got some black where I had that big mouth, you know, and now he's got some threads I don't care for. Ouch. This kind of tool, and they come with different kinds of, different, you can change the needles in here, but it really is a really nice blender. I think I do like that white wool. I don't know where that came from, but it's just making him a little brighter. It's so easy to adjust anything that you feel like, oh, I don't like that. You can just change it. Just change it. He almost looks kind of swirly now with the way that fiber is. I kind of like it. Maybe. We'll see. I don't care for it around his... I want to fix this. Oh, I love him. Tracy said his eyes look like he has eyebrows, but I think he looks like his eyes are squinted. Do you guys think he needs an eyeball? I don't know if I could pull off an eyeball. I took an art class one time. Actually, it wasn't an art class. It was a art assignment in a psychology class. And we all had to draw, can't remember what I drew. I think, did I try to do a monkey? I can't remember what it was. But we needed to do a face, something with a face. And so I don't remember what I drew. It might have been a scarecrow. Anyway, so I did. And I didn't care for it at all. And the psychologist was the professor. And he said, what don't you like about it? And I said, I don't care for I don't like anything about it. I don't like the expression. I don't like the size of the features. I don't know. I mean, it's okay, I guess, but I just, it's not something I love. And he said that it is impossible for us as human beings to draw a face that doesn't resemble our own face. Basically, every face that we draw is a self-portrait, because as we grow up and we look in the mirror for years and years and years, and our features develop, we memorize those, and it's put in long-term memory of what a face, what represents a face. I thought, oh, well, that's a little depressing, because I don't like this one. But I've showed you guys when I did my craft room tour what I have on the wall. I felted some faces when I was recovering from a couple surgeries. And in my defense, I was heavily medicated. But they're weird and a little creepy and very irreverent. And I always say, yeah, that's my self-portrait. Oh, okay, let's see if we can't put a little, oh, I don't know if I can. I was going to put a little blush on him. Let me see what I've got here. Let's see. Oh my gads. Look at that. That's my phone, guys. I'm sorry. Well, what do you think of Mr. Jolly now? Isn't that a song? How do you like me now? There you go. I love him. All thanks to Tracy, because she's an artist in her own right, and she knew exactly what was wrong with him. He needs some detail work. He needs to go to the spa. He needs a band around his hat that's cute and festive. He needs some jewelry somewhere. His nose needs to be textured, but I am in love with him. He is going to be adorable. All right, guys, that's my video. I don't have a candle to blow out, but let's all take care of each other. I am going to hashtag this video, Let's Make Together. I forgot to talk about that in the beginning. Tammy Van Antwerp and I started the hashtag Let's Make Together. And that is just so that we could do things together, and we wanted to include you. So if you see something that you think you might want to jump into, we hope you'll join along. Also going to hashtag this, hashtag Summerween, and that is hosted by Nancy May over at the Handy Scandy. And she is doing Summerween, which is summer, fall, Halloween, which I love. And these are fall projects that I'm doing for a craft show that I hope to be in November. So I appreciate all the hashtags. It's a lot to do and a lot to keep up on, and I appreciate it. Hope you guys like this snowman better now than we did a couple days ago. Have a great Friday, y'all. Let's all take care of each other. Bye.